You're probably closer than you think, closer to traction, closer to growth, closer to your first big breakthrough on YouTube. But most creators quit right before it happens. This video is for you if you've been putting in the work and wondering if it's worth it, because there are 6 signs that nearly every successful creator experiences right before they blow up. And if you're seeing these signs, it's not time to back off, it's time to lean in. So stick around, because the very worst thing you could do right now is quit. Let's talk about the real signs that your YouTube channel is on the verge of serious growth, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Here we go. Look, here's the truth. YouTube success rarely comes out of nowhere. Sure, it looks like it happens overnight for some channels, but in reality, there's a build-up, there's a tipping point, patterns, signals, and if you're seeing even a few of these signs, no matter how small, it means you're doing more right than wrong. So let's dive in. Here are 6 signs you're getting really close to the kind of growth you've been chasing. And when you recognize them, you'll realize something powerful. Your channel isn't stuck, it's building momentum. Most creators start by making content they enjoy, but something shifts when you begin thinking like your audience. Your videos stop being random and they start solving real problems, answering real questions, and tapping into real emotions. If you've started focusing more on what your viewer wants to see than what you feel like making, that's a major sign. It means you've started to understand content psychology. And that's the key to connection and to click-throughs and to growth. Ask yourself, would a stranger stop and watch this? Does this video deliver the value that they care about? And if that's how you're thinking, you're getting close. So that's the first sign. The second sign is that your retention starts to improve. Watch time and audience retention are gold on YouTube. If people are staying longer, YouTube notices that, and even small improvements, 5%, 10%, they tell the platform, hey, this content is keeping people here. Push it to more viewers. You don't need viral level retention overnight. You're just not going to get that. But if you're seeing upward trends in how long people stay, and if your dips are later in the video than they used to be, that's a really good sign of momentum. Remember, YouTube's #1 goal is keeping users on the platform. So if your videos are helping to do that, you are in a great place. Growth doesn't always look explosive at first. Sometimes it's pretty quiet, but it's steady. And that is exactly what we want. A third sign is that your click-through rate is solid. And we know that that's tied to titles and thumbnails. If you've started experimenting and you've noticed your CTR, your click-through rate, is creeping up even a little bit, that's a pretty good sign. If you get a few videos with a click-through rate above, let's say 5%, that's typically pretty strong. But even if you're just starting to think about why someone clicks, that means you're learning one of the most valuable skills on the platform, and that's how to make people curious enough to click. So think about this. You clicked on this video. Why? Well, probably because something about the title and the thumbnail spoke to you. You're here because of the packaging on my video, and hopefully the message is resonating now that you're watching. And your viewers are no different. So if you've started studying your own click-through rate and analyzing what's working and making changes on purpose, you are on the path to explosive growth. A fourth sign is that you're getting more engagement, more comments, and more shares. People don't comment on content they don't care about, and they definitely do not share it. So if you're starting to see more comments, especially meaningful ones, and your content is being shared, that is huge. Engagement like that is a signal that your message is resonating. And more than that, your audience is now doing some of that distribution work for you, because with those shares and the likes and everything that they do, they're helping you reach people YouTube would have never shown your content to. And that kind of momentum doesn't always show up in subscriber counts right away, but it's one of the clearest signs that your channel is connecting and primed for takeoff. A fifth sign is that you are posting consistently. And that doesn't mean daily uploads. It just means you're showing up regularly and getting better every time. Consistency isn't just about quantity, it's about building trust with both your audience and the algorithm. Even if you're gaining just a few new subscribers per week, that's progress, and every video is a new chance to learn. So if you're improving your edits, your delivery, your structure, and most importantly, if you're still showing up, you're doing exactly what the most successful creators did before they blew up. They didn't go viral and then get consistent. They got consistent and then went viral. Sign number 6 is that you've actually thought about quitting, but you haven't. Every successful YouTuber has felt it, the doubt, the frustration, the feeling that nobody is watching and it's all for nothing. But they kept going. If you've had that moment where you thought, maybe I should stop, and you didn't, that's the biggest sign of all, because perseverance is what separates the 1% who make it from the 99% who don't. Ali Abdal, Mr. Beast, Sonny Lenarduzzi, they all had slow seasons, but they didn't give up, and neither have you. You are still learning, you're still creating, still growing. Which means you're much, much closer than you think. So now you've heard 6 signs that you're on the edge of something big. And listen, if no one's noticed how hard you've been working, I see it. You're not just uploading videos. You're learning editing, writing, lighting, strategy. You're doing the job of 5 people, essentially, with zero guarantee it'll pay off. And yet, here you are, still showing up. That's not just commitment, that's courage. Most people don't make it because they stop before it gets good. You're still in the game. And if you stay in the game, you give yourself a chance to win. Every view, every lesson, every upload is compounding. So don't just measure success by subscribers. Measure it by stamina. But there's one more thing. Even creators who do everything else right can stay stuck because of one major mistake. And if you don't fix this, you could keep making great content that never breaks through. That's what I cover in this next video, the one you need to watch before you post again. So click here. Let's make sure you don't waste another 6 months doing the right things the wrong way. And hey, if nobody else told you this lately, I'm rooting for you, you've got this, and I'll see you in the next video.